Hello and welcome to another installment of Sara Loves Romance Novels. This week, I am introducing you to a relatively fresh and burgeoning genre. It's called New Adult. This is not to be confused with Young Adult. No. This genre is squarely marketed towards and for adults. It has heavy subjects like addiction and mental health disorders, along with fast-paced plots, and is often very dramatic. Could be called soap operas, whatever you want to do with that. These books are about legit young adults. They're usually in college or college age and roughly between 18 and 25. And the new adult genre usually reflects what we were experiencing during that time, during our late teens and early 20s. You know, when physiologically speaking, we were still adolescents without fully formed prefrontal cortices, but we were expected to make rational decisions that had lifelong implications when our little old brains were still being ruled by our amygdala, the emotional center. So fun. But there's also debate about the sex content of these books. Most of the well-known new adult books do feature graphic content. But it's actually not a hallmark of the subgenre. An easy way that I like to describe these books is whether or not the stories could be aired on the CW or on HBO. That's an easy scale for you. The other uniting factor about new adult books, they're largely read as ebooks. I'm serious. Look at the stats. Romance in general has flourished in the ebook world. There's something about that anonymity of checking out these books, buying these books, getting these books without the threat of the cover embarrassing you. Because for some reason, we have to make romance novel covers as awful and stereotypical and problematic as possible. That's actually one of the hardest things about being a librarian is when I'm checking out books, I see what people are checking out. And more often than not, I want to talk about what they're checking out. Like, come on, that's kind of why I got into this gig, right? I like books and I like people. But I have to give them their privacy, and so I just ignore it and pretend that I have no idea what they're getting. So, woe is me. Anywho, the new adult genre technically started in 2009. That was the first time it was ever listed, but it really picked up in 2012 because they were flying off those virtual bookshelves and onto our Kindles. So, with that information, I must tell you that each of the books I'm reviewing today are available through Tennessee Reads on Libby or Overdrive. We're going to start it off with the book that kicked it all off for me, and that is Jessica Park's Flat Out Love. I stumbled onto this book some late night several years ago. It was like an insomniatic rabbit hole of when I was just hoarding books online, going through, finding whatever thing was free and just grabbing them and putting them on my device. I did start reading this one. It did not help my insomnia. I read it in one sitting. So obviously I think it's a fabulous book. So this book is about a girl whose housing plans fail her freshman year of college in Boston, and so she ends up having to board at a family friend's home. Once she's in the house, she's quickly introduced to the family and realizes that obviously they're going through some things. And so she builds friendship with these children in and out of the home, and all while she's trying to figure out where this overwhelming sadness, from whence it came. So there's a mystery for you, of course. This is a heady read. It's full of wit and vulnerability and love and a little bit of mystery. And this book is easily CW material. And like I said, it's one of my favorites. It started me on the whole genre to begin with. So the next book is Easy by Tammara Weber. This book is easy to lose yourself in and easy to love. Oh, I I made a really terrible pun. I apologize. Anyways, but unfortunately what is not easy is there's a little bit of a trigger warning because this book starts off with a near miss rape. It is handled very well by the author, and which is good because I actually hate rape as a plot device in books. Oh my God. Especially when the author uses it in order for the heroine to feel some sort of shame or whatever. It just drives me bananas. Sure, fine, whatever. Do it 60 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe even 30 or 20 years ago, but we're done feeling shame about rape. It's not a thing that's going to happen anymore. So, anyways, I digress. Let's get off that soapbox. So our hero and heroine, they actually, that's where the relationship begins, is the night of that awful incident. This is another book that is intense, and it is full of mystery, and there is lots of drama, but the drama does not feel forced. It's delicious. I just loved getting sucked into this story, and I will even admit to crying and feeling their pain. So, this is an HBO level book, in spite, and I say in spite, not despite, in spite of the attempted rape. This is a sex positive book, okay? And I appreciate an author not sending the heroine in a dark, depressive hole, but rather shows the messy healing path that she goes on, which includes reclaiming your sexuality. And now I want to briefly pause and add, if this conversation has been difficult for you, but you did manage to stick through it with me, there is free 24/7 help available through the RAINN network, RAINN.org, and their helpline is also available 24/7, and they also have a live chat 24/7, totally accessible. It's 1-800-656-HOPE. It's down here for you. Now, y'all know me. I can only stay in my feels for so long, so let's bring it up, bring the spirit and the cheer up and the happiness, because we are talking about romance, the happy ending kind. So let's go with our final book. It is Boomerang by Noelle August. This is a fluffier book. It starts with the morning after scene of a late night hookup. The hero and heroine find themselves, previously strangers, now in competition for the same position at a dating app company, kind of like Tinder, but it's called Boomerang, hence the title. The company has a tight anti-dating policy, and they're competitors. So lots of tension here, but this book is full of healthy relationships, healthy families, healthy friendships, just two 20-somethings who lusted their way into an awkward situation. I giggled and real life LOL'd my way through it. How will these two 20-somethings overcome their self-inflicted train wreck? Follow along in this straight up CW level rom-com to find out. All right, well, I hope one of these three books catches your fancy. And if not, I hope you at least have learned something about a new genre that maybe you want to check out. You can always come in and ask for more recommendations, or leave a comment and I will gladly give you a recommendation. Trust me, I've read a plethora of these in the last, oh my God, 8 years. Oh, God, that doesn't feel that long ago. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful season, and I cannot wait to see you all again. And please let me know if there's anything you want to hear about specifically. I will see you all next time. Bye now.